Hello and welcome to the Wayne County Probate Court. This video will guide you in filling out the summons, which is part of the complaint in a civil action with our court. We'll pull the form from the website, which is www.wcpc.us. And here's the home page. In the upper right, you'll see probate information. Click that link. You'll see how to start a Wayne County probate case. Click that link. You'll see the various case types. You can start with our court. You'll see civil action, summons, and complaint. Here is a list of information that is very helpful when beginning a civil action. We're talking about the summons today. So we'll click the link, pull up the form, and we can start to fill out the county in the upper left as Wayne. Then case number, you will leave blank. The court will assign the case number once your filing is accepted. The court address and telephone number will be filled in here, which you can get from the court's website. Plaintiff's name, address, and telephone number go in this box. It's important to get the correct name of the plaintiff, which presumably is you. The attorney, name, address, telephone number, and bar number go in this box. Then the defendant, name, address, and telephone number goes in this box. Again, very important to get the correct name of the defendant. Next, moving to the instructions. Check the items below that apply to you and provide any required information. Submit this form to the court clerk along with your complaint and, if necessary, a case inventory addendum. The summons section will be completed by the court clerk. That's below. Now, this applies to domestic relation cases, but for purposes of this video, we're talking about civil cases in the Wayne County Probate Court. So you need to check the one of these boxes, whichever applies to your situation. First, this is a business case in which all or part of the action includes a business or commercial dispute under MCL 600.8035. Next, MDHHS and a contracted health plan may have a right to recover expenses in this case. I certify that notice and a copy of the complaint will be provided to MDHHS and, if applicable, the contracted health plan in accordance with MCL 400.106. Next, there is no other pending or resolved civil action arising out of the same transaction or occurrence as alleged in the complaint. This is very commonly true, and if it is for your situation, check the box. Or a civil action between the parties or other parties arising out of the transaction or occurrence alleged in the complaint has been previously filed in, you'll indicate either this court or maybe it was in Oakland County Circuit, where it was given a case number. You'll type the case number and assign to judge, the last name of the judge. Then you have to indicate whether the action remains open or is no longer open and pending. So if this is true, you'll check this box. If not, you can leave everything blank here. Moving to the summons section, which is completed by the court clerk. There's a notice to the defendant, and then there's the issue date, the expiration date, and then the signature of the court clerk. You'll see there's asterisks here. It says this summons is invalid unless served on or before its expiration date. The document must be sealed by the seal of court. So that's a notice to you that you must serve the summons of complaint and any attachments on or before the expiration date. Then you'll see references to court rules in the lower right. You can do an internet search of that court rule, and you'll want the Michigan court rules, courts.michigan.gov. Select that. It brings you to the chapter 1 and 109, and specifically D. And here is 109D. You'll want to read this section because it's the rules that are governing the summons. Similarly, You'll see references to other court rules. You should read all of those. Next, the proof of service. The summons and complaint and any attachments must be served on the defendant. You can serve it personally or by certified registered mail with other restrictions as well. You need to indicate that it was served or it was not served. Service can be done by a agent or yourself if you meet the court rule requirements to effectuate service. So, to the process server, you must serve the summons and complaint and file proof of service with the court clerk before the expiration date on the summons. If you are unable to complete service, you must return this original and all copies to the court clerk. Here is the certificate of service or non service, depending on what happens. You'll check, whoever is doing the service will check that I served either personally or it must be by registered or certified mail, return receipt requested, and delivery restricted to the addressee. Copy of the return receipt is attached. A copy of the summons and complaint together with the attachments listed below on. So it's a little long winded, but it's basically saying you either served them personally or by registered mail and with all these other restrictions on, and you'll put the name, who was served, date and time of service, place or address of service, and attachments that were served. Or you'll say that you have attempted to serve a copy of the summons and complaint together with the attachments listed below and have been unable to complete service on. And you'll type the name of the person, date, you leave blank, and where you tried to serve and the attachments. So one of these two boxes will be checked, and then this information will be filled out. Then indicate who was doing the service, either a sheriff, deputy sheriff, bailiff, appointed court officer, or attorney for a party, or perhaps individually yourself. I am a legal, competent adult who is not a party or an officer of a corporate party. I declare under the penalties of perjury that this certificate of service has been examined by me and that its contents are true to the best of my information, knowledge, and belief. A lot of information here on this page. It's important that everything is accurate. Then a signature of the person serving and type the name of the person who did the service or was unable to serve. There's an acknowledgement of service if they are able to obtain an acknowledgement from the person being served. It says, I acknowledge that I have received service of a copy of the summons and complaint together with any attachments here on. They'll put the date and time, their signature. If they're receiving it on behalf of someone, they'll indicate who they are receiving on behalf of here, and then they will type their name. And again, you'll see references to statutes, which are MCL, and court rules, which are MCR. You can do an internet search for the statute by typing in MCL in the statute section. Then you want to make sure you are using the Michigan Legislature website, legislature.mi.gov. When you click on the link, it brings you right to the section that's governing the summons here, and you can read it. So that is how you fill out the summons. We put this together at the Wayne County Probate Court because we care. Have a great day.